In today's noisy world, those moments of peace and quiet seem fleeting. With constant buzzing and chirping coming from our personal, handheld internet machines, also known as smartphones, it can be difficult to quiet the mind and realize the real peace that's within you, that you always have access to. And it's a matter of letting go and ending the resistance of the flow of the stream of life. Now, I don't claim that I'm an expert on this or anything even close to that. I just want to share with you things that have been very profound, very powerful towards the betterment of my well-being. Meditation and centering is a big, big part of that. Having practices to quiet the mind and to get more in touch with your body are some of the most important practices you can adopt. They allow you to be more focused on what you truly value, on the things that are actually important to you, and to not focus on things that drain you, things that tear you down, things that are pulling you away from your authentic self. Simply being with yourself, especially the parts we tend to avoid, things we label as bad feelings and bad outcomes. When you can fully be with the good and the bad, that's how you create that space within yourself for that peace to flow through. Being is very simple and very powerful, but you may have misconceptions about what that really means. For example, you might be thinking, being? I'm always being. How could I ever not be? I'm a human being. When I say being, I mean being fully present. I mean being in that flow of the moment, in that space without thought, without the thinking mind. That open, relaxed, creative space that we all have within us. And now perhaps you might have an identity that I'm not creative. How could I ever tap into something like that? That sounds so cool. I'm just not good enough to be able to be like that. If you truly feel like you're not creative, let me pose to you this. What happens when you go to bed every single night and you dream? There are entire worlds created for which you can explore and have unique, very vivid experiences. Experiences that play on all 5 of our senses and make you feel fully engaged and as if it were real. There are different worlds and crazy landscapes and beautiful colors. And if you weren't creative, how could you have those experiences? You're a lot more powerful than you think you are, and more than you could ever know that you are. The thinking mind is the thing that distracts us from that realization. When's the last time you felt truly connected to yourself and fully free to express every part of you without judgment, completely authentically, knowing that it's all good? How old were you? Can you even remember that? Regardless of what your answers to the questions are, it's all good anyways. And by adding mindfulness practices in our lives, like meditation, like breathing exercises, like journaling, like cold showers and a sauna, like going to the gym, like putting healthy foods in your body. All of these different practices create more of that present energy for you because they align you and help get you into your body. So often when we think of who we are and where we are, it's very common to think, oh, I'm up here. This is where I perceive the world, I see things. This is where my consciousness is presiding. And while that's true to a certain degree, what about the rest of your body? Is that not also you? What about your legs and your arms? Don't they deserve just as much attention as the mind? What's your relationship like with your body? Do you treat your body well? And does it treat you well? Do you do things that harm your body and causes it to feel sick, to feel uncomfortable, to feel uneasy? I like to think of my body as a friend, a best friend, one that always has my back, and one that I love to treat well, because the more I treat it well, the more it can treat me well. My conscious experience. Sometimes arriving in presence is as simple as breathing all the way in and all the way out. Most of us overcomplicate what presence really is by researching hundreds of different meditations, guided meditations, yoga practices, Ayurveda, Reiki, all of these different things, and read countless spiritual texts and books, which are all amazing and contain their own powerful version of the truth. The problem is that with all of these different models and methods describing on how we're supposed to follow down this road of presence building, it can lead us to paralysis by analysis, spending too much time on the study of what it means to be present instead of allowing ourselves to just be. All of the answers already lie within you. I'm sure you've felt it before. Have you ever asked yourself some of the deepest questions and felt like you received answers? Not necessarily knowing how or where you got them from, but just feeling confident in that message and in that wisdom. You are a lot smarter, greater, and more powerful than you know. There are beliefs in your psyche that tell you otherwise. But I'm here to tell you to not listen to those. To let go of those lies within you that you're not exactly who you're supposed to be. Because you are. I know I personally used to hate the image I saw in the mirror. I could barely look at myself without feeling ashamed and feeling depressed about who I was and what I was doing. Now, I don't see myself that way anymore. When I look in the mirror, I'm amazed at how beautiful I am. I'm proud of the person I've become. It's an amazing feeling, and it's something that I want you to experience. I want to help you unlock that beautiful relationship with who you are. You deserve that. You are that. The problem with most gurus is that they expect you to keep coming back to them as the only source of answers. When in reality, all the answers you'd ever need are already within you. You are a perfect being. Don't listen to the mind if it tells you otherwise. Don't listen to your family if they tell you otherwise. Don't listen to your friends if they tell you otherwise. Be that knowing within yourself. Thanks for watching. Much love.